they see something in you that you may not see in yourself right now, and they're gonna hold on to your rope or hold on to your cloth as long as you possibly let them. Hi, butterfly. I welcome you in with so much love, and I am so grateful you decided to make me a part of your day today. If you feel called, please subscribe and join the family so that we can sow together and grow together. Let's begin. God never intended for us to be alone. And sometimes the fear of being alone can consume us so greatly that we put up with people, places, and things that we normally wouldn't, just for the sake of not having to feel alone, of having someone else in your presence, of not feeling lonely. We put up with so many things. We attract all kinds of wrong people, wrong environments, wrong connections for the sake of not being alone. And a part of us subconsciously knows that the people that we've invited into our area or into our energy or into our environment is not what we need, but we ignore those red flags in our friendships, in our relationships, for the sake of not being alone. And I encourage you on today, please do not ignore the red flags for the sake of being alone. Because when you truly understand and begin your walk with God, you first know that He is always with you and He will never leave you or forsake you. And you have yourself. It's okay to know yourself. I think as a society, we've become so afraid of being alone that when we are alone, we don't even know what to do with ourselves. We don't know what kind of hobbies we like. We don't know what our favorite color is. We don't even know our favorite food without asking our friend or our neighbor, because we never take the time to be alone with ourselves. And as I mentioned before, we're never truly alone when you believe and you walk obediently with God. He always has you. And I can speak from experience and say, being alone does not make you lonely. I have been on this journey for a long time. I have ripped myself out of so many people's lives. I have ripped other people out of my life for the sake of saying, I know that I don't know myself. And I'll never get the opportunity to know myself if I'm always consuming my time and my energy with other people. That doesn't even have to be physically. We consume our time and our energy with other people through social media, through television, through YouTube, whatever the case may be. We never take the time to sit with ourselves and sit with our mess. How could you possibly find someone who wants to genuinely love you, know you, and hang around you if you can't do that for yourself? How can you expect someone to want to be around you all the time when you can't spend 5 minutes alone with you? Are you that annoying? I love you. It was a joke. You're not annoying. But on a serious note, take what I'm saying to heart. I encourage you on today to embrace being alone, embrace getting to know yourself. On the other hand, when we do have friends and connections that we are putting up with, they might be entering your energy or embracing you in your time of need or what feels like your time of loneliness, solely so that they can get information on you and use it against you later on. They get you to a point where you feel comfortable with them to share your insecurities, share your doubts, your fears, your worries, your childhood traumas, traumas from adulthood, wherever you are or whatever you decide to share with them confidentially, please know if they are not from God, they are probably going to use that information to either share with other people, make you look bad, or throw it back in your face later on. I encourage you on today to become your own best friend. I encourage you on today to not be so trusting with the most precious parts of yourself. Learn to be vulnerable with you first and pray for discernment so that when the time does come for you to be in loving, fulfilling relationships and friendships, you'll know who you can trust with those vulnerable pieces of yourself because you've already healed from them, and they won't have the opportunity to come back and try to destroy you with them or throw them back in your face or share your news with someone else because, hey, your testimony, you've already shared it. Oh, you had childhood trauma? Oh yeah, I talked about that. And let me tell you how I got over it. Let me tell you how God helped me overcome those. Let me tell you how God showed me how to heal from that. They can't throw it back in your face when you learn how to be vulnerable with yourself and God first and discern the kinds of people you want to share your vulnerable, most precious parts with. Yourself is sacred, mama. Remember that. You are sacred. You are a blessing to be around. You are a light in this world. And people know that. People recognize that. Trust me. Your friends could be filled with envy for you and not even know it. They could literally hate your guts so bad and not even realize that they hate you. It's just something about you that makes them want to sabotage you and do you wrong or bring you down to where they are. And I'm going to tell you what that something is. It's your light, my love. It is the light that God has placed in you that agitates their darkness. And when you surround yourself with darkness, eventually your light is going to be too bright and they can't handle it. They cannot handle your light, so they do anything to make you feel small, to belittle you, to bring you down to where they are so that their darkness can consume you. But where there is light, there cannot be darkness. And I will encourage you on today to remain that beautiful light that God has made you, no matter what your environment says, no matter what your environment does, no matter who's around you. Remain that beautiful, bold, bright light that God placed in your heart. It's who you are. Embrace it. Learn to love it. I had to learn to love that. I naturally just get attention. People just naturally gravitate towards me. And it's not me that they're gravitating towards. It's the light that God placed within me. And even when I was walking on a dark, deep path, not knowing or not embracing who I truly was, I could not help but attract people. And sometimes with that attraction, we do attract darkness. It could be a cry for help, but we're not all at that point in our journeys where we know how to help others or have the capacity or ability to help others. We have to learn how to help ourselves before we can help other people out of their darkness. And please remember that you cannot help everybody, okay? So yes, it's your light that agitates them. It's your light that makes them irritated, and they will be envious of you for no reason. You're wearing green. Ugh, I hate the color green. Look at her. Like, you know, it's just, and they'll never say it to your face because they don't want to lose your friendship. They see something in you that you may not see in yourself right now, and they're gonna hold on to your rope or hold on to your cloth as long as you possibly let them, until it just blows up. That has been the story of my life, because I, for a long time, struggled with letting people go. And that was something that I talked about in my last video. If you want to go check it out, hey. But I struggled for a long time letting people go. Even after I realized the friendship red flags, even after I seen them moving different or speaking on me negatively, it was me that didn't let them go. And they weren't going to just walk away. I want to give another shout out to my pastor. Like, he is really letting God use him. And I just feel so blessed to be a part of that. So thank you, Pastor Ken, from Evolve. But yeah, he also talked about how no matter how well they think they're hiding it, what's in their heart is what's defiling them. And sooner or later, it's going to be revealed to you. And I encourage you to pray for discernment in those moments. I pray that you ask God to reveal and remove those people and those toxic environments that are hindering you or subconsciously jealous of you or wanting to see you harmed or praying for your downfall or whatever it may look like for you. Pray for that discernment and pray to ask God to help you remove them from your life, because like I said, they're not gonna walk out on their own. So pray to God and ask him to help you remove them from your life. Just the other day, I prayed to God and I asked him to shut all the doors of opportunities, friendships, relationships, environments that are not for me. Remove them out of my life, out of my desires, out of my thoughts, my intentions. Just let them go, because I'm not strong enough right now to do it for myself. And I also prayed to him to reveal to me the things and the people that are still in my life right now that are still hindering me. And he definitely answered my prayers. And after that, it kind of got a discerning ear. People will literally tell you exactly what you need to hear without them even knowing it. So I encourage you on today to pay close attention to what people say, because they tell on themselves every single day without even realizing it. I love you and I encourage you on today. And if you're someone who's at the beginning of your journey of removing friends and relationships and toxic environments that aren't serving you, please know that you do have God. First and foremost, you do have God, always and forever. You have yourself, and my love, you have me. I'll be your friend. I'll be your sister in Christ. I'll be whoever you need me to be on this journey. And even when you feel your time with me has come to an end, I will still love you. I will continue to love you, even when your journey with me has come to an end. You have a friend in me. You have a friend in God. And I pray that you embrace that friend within yourself. I love you. And most importantly, God loves you. And with that being said, we're all on different parts of our transition and our transformation. So no matter where you are in your journey of metamorphosis, I pray that you do it with grace and with love. And until next time, fly high, butterfly.